Hello.
All right. What it do? What it do?
What it do, y'all? It's another episode, y'all. It's episode 11. Episode
11.
11.
Look, I was about to put
Podcast.
10 and 1, but I was like, man,
Hey,
forget
there
it.
we
It's
go.
episode 11.
We coming to y'all live and direct with a fresh cut.
Fresh cuts.
Look at that.
That thing crispy, boy.
Woo. Fresh out the chair. Let's go.
Anyway. So look, check it out, man. This is our NXT, our midweek review for NXT and AEW Dynamite. Starting off this episode with AEW. Let's start off with AEW. No, okay, take it back. NXT was first, so we're gonna start off with NXT first.
All right,
My bad, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so kicking off with the NXT results. Coop, you want something to say before we even start with the results?
Mike, you can jump right into it, bro.
Okay, all right, here we go. Opening match. We had Stephanie Vaquer versus Carmen Petrovic, and the winner was Stephanie Vaquer. Julia comes out and challenges Stephanie for the title at Roadblock. Now, we do have more information on the reason why we're doing this Roadblock match. So I want you guys to stay tuned. We're not going to spoil that. We're going to keep that for later. But I think it was a great match. Stephanie is like she's shining brighter than anybody in that division right now on NXT, including Julia, in my opinion. It's just a matter of time before she's up to the main roster. What you think about that match?
You know what? I thought about this, and I was like, is NXT becoming the best show in wrestling right now?
I think so, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah,
the women's storylines, they're consistent, and the men, so the men with the challengers for the title is okay at this moment, but they can do a little bit more improvement. But the women is holding them down. So I think not AEW, excuse me, got AEW on my mind. I think NXT at the moment is the best show on TV right now. And I'm not, Raw, SmackDown. I understand, but I'm enjoying. I keep saying AEW, NXT.
I know. I'm with you. Because it's one of those things where it doesn't feel like a chore to watch. I can actually watch it and not feel like, oh gosh, And the thing, I feel like maybe last year SmackDown was the number one show,
right?
But I feel like now that SmackDown has run for 3 hours, it feels like it's just too long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it takes away from the excitement. Even when you're always there in person, I was like, damn, we got another 2 hours. So it makes the show too long. NXT is 2 hours, but the way the women are killing the division is
right.
When I saw this, I saw them face off right now. It's on my TV, the highlights in the play in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm excited. What's the next PLE? It's called
Roadblock.
Roblox in 2 weeks. I was like, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. This is exciting.
At Madison Square Garden too.
Oh, this, yeah.
So you already know they're gonna come with fire.
This, man, that's gonna be everything. I'm excited.
Right. So I'm just gonna say this. Just touch on, we're talking about the NXT and how good the show is.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown is too long, and sometimes there's a lot of filler on SmackDown. Raw is too short, and I think they messed everybody up with these time changes because Raw is shorter now.
Yeah,
I'm so used to being Raw for being 3 hours, and I forgot what Raw feels like to be 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. So that whole time change, but it's just a lot of filler right now, and to me, I just feel like all the stories in NXT right now is consistent. So big ups to NXT for that.
Seriously, they're killing it.
Right. So moving right along, Lola Vice challenged Ariana Grace backstage. Santino Marella made a guest appearance. That was pretty cool to see him back on WWE programming.
He's great. Yeah.
Alexis King and Moose, they fought for the TNA X Division title, which I don't understand. This is where I get a little frustrated with.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you having a partnership with a company,
mm-hmm.
and why am I seeing always TNA stars put their titles up for for the match? Why always got to be TNA titles? And then let's have some TNA wrestlers beat some of these NXT wrestlers to make it more interesting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would have had Moose beat Lexus King for that Heritage Cup, which is stupidest championship in all wrestling.
I agree.
See how you fall around a big old trophy, in my opinion. I think that's stupid. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, have some of the time the TNA people win against these NXT stars. You're not really burying nobody. It's just it's a partnership. So we should expect, okay, well, TNA is gonna win sometimes, WWE is gonna win sometimes. What you think about that, man?
I see. The thing is, I agree. I am excited. As Opafemi came out, they challenged them, and they're
Right.
going to fight at the next PLE roadblock coming soon. So I'm excited about that. I don't know too much about Moose, but it was exciting just to see them like interacting together. The thing with a good feud in wrestling, a good rivalry, it has to be a threat. It has to be something where you don't know who wins.
Right.
If there's a rivalry going on, whether it's champion versus champion, contender versus contender, whether it's company versus company, at some point it has to be the other team wins also. It can't be just dominated on one side, because for me watching this, and I do agree with what you're saying, because it doesn't make me want to watch TNA because they're already getting dominated on the other shows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it does need to be a thing. I don't want to say the whole invasion angle, but make it some kind of threat. Like make it legit. Like, make it a point where it's a thing where TNA is legit, where they can actually make a run and do a threat towards NXT.
I would like to see. I would like to see them win one of the NXT titles.
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be great.
Bring, and then you can always get the title back. It's not like you can't get the title back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To make it more interesting. So
yeah,
we'll see what's to come out of this partnership. But I just want to say one more thing too with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I know when I was younger, I was like, man, I wonder what WCW would be like with WWF and WCW made like a joint pay-per-view or something like that. I was like, to see different rivalries happen, different stories, you know what I'm saying? Like different match cards, So I always wanted, and then to see that WWE is working now with TNA is not kind of exciting. It really is exciting, but I just want more of it. So what do you think? How did you feel about
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's exciting because let's just say 10 years ago, 15 years ago, like when they had like Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe.
Oh my God.
Kurt Angle, like when Kurt Angle first came to TNA, and it was a point, I mentioned this like in the podcast 2 episodes ago, it was a point where TNA was a legit threat to be the best wrestling company ever at that point. Well, as far as that era, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, and I remember like, I wonder how it would be like if they really went head to head with each other. And I thought like, this is never going to happen. You never see, it's to a point that they never actually mentioned them. And now it's like, they're getting mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in the Warrior Rumble.
Right.
Even when it comes to Warrior Rumble, they have the belt. You have your champion come to the Warrior Rumble. To me makes no sense because you're a champion. You get thrown out, and then it takes away from the actual championship. I always thought like back in the day, like when Monday Night Wars were starting. This is like when I talk about like the invasion happened, but to me the invasion happened. You had your C+ roster.
Right.
You didn't have your actual A roster. Like you didn't have Goldberg. You had Hogan,
Sting.
but it was Sting. Like imagine if you had all that in one rival. You had Rock, Austin, Triple H, Foley, Taker, Kane, like all going against that. So imagine how that would be. This is to the point we made 2 minutes ago. Like because as a wrestling fan, you'd be like, I don't know who to pick.
Right.
I don't know who to go against. You know what I'm saying? So I wish it was this with NXT versus I'm gonna say AEW. So you got me the same thing.
Because that's what I'm saying.
Because
both
we're reviewing, yes. So if it's NXT versus
acronyms getting on my nerves.
Yeah. It's so many acronyms. That's what it is. NXT versus TNA. You're thinking, yes, we already know who's gonna win. It will be a clean sweep. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm excited to see the show, but make it challenging, make it entertaining, make it a threat.
So, I mean, we'll see what's going to come out of it. So, hopefully they just do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Give some of the TNA wrestlers some shine.
Yeah.
All right. So moving right along, Jordan Grace come out and she cuts a promo, and then she was interrupted by Roxanne Perez. Then Jordan attacks Roxanne. So they're building up for a little program between them two. I think this is a good start for Jordan to get her feet wet in WWE, even though she already did it. But I think this will be her first true rivalry. But after this, I think Roxanne goes to the main roster.
She
There's nothing else for her to do. So
she has it. She has the presence.
she does.
She has it. This is the person that you want to put the championship on, like the mid card
Right.
championship. And
Right.
she has everything. She needs to be the main roster, like now, like
Right.
after this rivalry goes and
Right.
everything like that. After WrestleMania, she needs to be debuted on Raw and SmackDown because she has everything. She's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
They have something great because the women's main roster division needs a lot of season. They need more stuff.
They need more stuff. And
yeah,
I think to touch on your point that she would do good. She would be good for either the U.S. title picture to start off. You don't want to just thrust her into the main.
Yeah. I agree.
Picture.
Yes,
she can do wonders for the IC women's title on Raw, or she can do the wonders for the United States Championship on SmackDown. So I really think she has a bright future. She's young. She's very, like you said, she's very excited in the ring. So yeah, man, Roxanne Perez, man, she got it, man.
That'd be fine.
We'll move right along because like I said, we ain't gonna flush them out tonight. But Javon Evans, Trick Williams backstage, and just want to touch on this real quick. Do you see a darker side of Trick Williams? I'm starting to see a real dark side of Trick Williams right now. Like they're trying to turn him heel. What do you think?
There's something there with his the attitude, and I like when they turn wrestlers heels. Heels. When they turn a wrestler heel, it's not like automatic. Oh, attack somebody. It's more like a slow build. Maybe that loss they lost at the last PLE is going to do something to him. So his attitude starting to pick up. He's starting to get pissed off more. He's starting to get edgy. So like they had something there. This is why I like NXT is the best show because it's so and I'm gonna be totally honest. I said this. I really wasn't watching it, like that, like I in the past, but I've been watching it every week ever since. So it's like this is why this is the best show right now because of stuff like this, because of the storytelling, because of the women's division, because of the mid card division and the championship division. Like it's so many steps that they're going to take. And then the good thing about this also, with him, he'll be entertained to watch, see him grow and see him go to main roster at some point too. But it is a slow turn that they're working with, and it's going to be entertaining to watch.
I think a lot of people wanted him to be on the main roster.
Yeah. I don't think you should rush it though
right now, but I think what they're doing is taking their time with him.
Yeah, you should.
Even though he has the huge pop, they don't know his range yet. Like you know what he can do as a baby face. You start to see that. But what happens when you're on the main roster? You need to switch him to be a heel. Let's see his heel work develop in NXT.
I agree.
Then maybe next year, Royal Rumble. Then they probably can call him up. But I think Trick, man, he got it, man. He just need a little bit more seasoning on the mic, in my opinion. But athleticism, pop, crowd reaction, he got it all, man. He's a star for the future.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He got it. He got it.
Yes, sir. This is the match that I was really interested in too. Was the Hardy Boys versus No Quarter Catch Crew. I can't stand that name for whatever reason. It's the worst damn stable name ever.
It is.
Stupid. Axiom and Frazier came out in the ramp, and then the Hardys won after the match. Santino comes out and announces that the Hardys versus Fraxium, because that's the name of their combined name, for the TNA World Tag Team Championships at Roadblock. Now, here we go again. You're only going to put the TNA Championships on the line at Roadblock. Why can't you put the NXT? Make it title for title. Make it interesting.
That'd be great.
You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm really interested to see what the Hardy Boys does next, because I don't think they have a long-term contract at TNA.
No, I think
it's
they're
like just a per appearance thing, and they just put the titles on them.
Yeah, I think it's a short-term thing. I feel like they're going to finish out their last leg of the career in WWE. That's what I think they're going to do, and I feel like both of them want to do that. So, my question is: so when TNA comes on, do they go to their shows too?
Right.
Like, are they intertwining their shows too, or is it just like a one thing? So that's my question. But I'm excited for Roadblock. This is going to be a solid ass show. So I'm curious what they're going to do, and it's good to see Santino back. So
right,
like
it was good to see him on
TV
too, man. Santino really He really needs to come back to WWE because he's just a comedy. Imagine him with our truth. That'd be crazy.
Oh my gosh, I missed him when he had the Intercontinental title, the Honkometer.
Mm-hmm.
That was classic. Yeah.
So, yeah, another thing with that too, with the Hardy Boys, I think WWE wants to bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
I think they still have something. They could probably do one more title run with,
Yeah.
to boost up their tag division. So I really just keep an eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Hardy Boys back in WWE. Probably like
time and date. Remember this. This is where you heard it first.
Time
10 years later. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So now we know who the next main roster star who's going to be appearing on NXT will be Chelsea Green versus Piper Niven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said versus Piper, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Sol Ruka and Zarya next week on NXT. Lola Vice beats Ariana Grace. I really wasn't into that one right there.
Yeah.
Wesley, Ethan Page, and Javon Evans versus Wesley and Ethan Page versus Javon Evans and Ricky Saints. It was Ricky Saints, formerly known as Ricky Starks, debut in WWE NXT. I really think it was really, really interesting. Great match. He can really work. I don't know if you heard, but the crowd was like, Tony fumbled. Tony fumbled. Like they was chanting that in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because,
what the hell is going on over there?
Because you have one person. In fact, okay, we're done with NXT. We're going to go to AEW right now, but let's just segue into AEW. You have one person who's running the show, writing. I don't think he's writing it by himself, but I think he's making all the final decisions, cutting stuff out like Vince used to do. Remember how Vince used to do, right?
Yeah. Right.
And they're not developing their homegrown talent. They had God, it's so sad because the guy that was with MJF, the big guy, remember that big guy? I forgot his name already.
I can remember his name. Yeah.
And he was like, he had a rocket strapped to his back and they didn't know what to do with him.
Damn, see.
They had Ricky Starks. They dropped the ball with him.
That's
they had
crazy.
Powerhouse Hobbs. They dropping the ball with him. They got so much good talent.
Yeah.
And dropping the ball with these people, it's a shame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was wondering,
what you think about Ricky Saints inside in WWE?
His honest opinion, I wasn't familiar with him, so I had to go back and look at some of his old stuff.
Right.
And the question goes, what the hell are they doing over there?
I don't know, man.
I like him. He has a star presence about him. It's so I can see him when he's like a better version of I'm forgetting his name. What's the guy that beat Cena at WrestleMania 39? Austin Theory.
Austin, yeah.
And that's what he reminds me of a little bit, but I feel like he has a better I feel like he'll have a better career than he will.
Right.
So I'm interested to see where it's going to go, but I keep thinking like, damn, like what
are we doing?
It's crazy. Y'all had him, Ricky Starks. Y'all had CM Punk. Y'all had Cody Rhodes in your roster at the exact same time,
and they messed up.
And I don't know what.
First of all,
man, this is crazy.
And I'm being completely honest because I've been watching AEW since the inception.
Yeah, you have.
First of all, it started off like a ball of fire. They were white hot.
They were, yeah.
The problem is when Cody left, and I really they don't talk about it, but I really think to the core that Cody left because he saw the writing on the wall. There was too many egos as these vice presidents, too many egos in charge. That's the problem.
Got you. Okay.
So, I really think that AEW, like I said, and I'm not disrespecting nobody over there at AEW. I think everybody over there is fantastic wrestlers. I mean, you do have some people do may need a little bit more training, my opinion. But I think they all have talent and they're really good people. But the problem is that you have one person making the final decisions on who get pushed and who don't get pushed. And it's like his own little personal playground. And I'm talking to you, Tony Khan. Don't care if you like it or not. If you want to see me, I'm too small right now for you to see me. But if we get big, you want to see me, come holler at me. But I think it's your fault.
Yeah, you got backup too. Yeah, let's go.
Right. We got backup. We ain't steady. No, we just messing with you, Tony.
He was
But
joking. Yeah.
Seriously, in all seriousness though, AEW Dynamite, I'm gonna breeze through this because it really, to me, it was an okay show. And if I was to
Mhm.
rate this show overall, I'll probably give it like a 2.75.
Okay.
Orange Cassidy became he hoped to become the first ever 3-time international champion. He fell short against
Mhm.
what's the boy name? Tanose Takeshita.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Brian Keefe placed a bounty on Will Ospreay's head. Will Ospreay beat him.
Yeah.
Undisputed Kingdom lost to was it FTR and Daniel Garcia. What else happened? Oh, your boy bladed himself. But we're gonna talk more about that
I can't wait to talk
later
about
on. That was crazy.
I can't
That
wait
was
to talk
crazy.
about it. I was like, what
That
the
was crazy. Death Riders, they're getting played out, man. Same old shit every
It's
episode.
something,
They jump somebody, and
it's something that bugs me about them.
they're like they just got thrown together for real. It's really terrible.
I don't know. I don't know if this is me being petty. Where's the merch?
I don't see no merch.
I don't see no. I don't know why.
They
I don't
have
know
like
why
plain
this
white T-shirts with like on the very bottom of the T-shirt has Death Riders I think on it, like in small print. I think that's terrible. That's terrible. That's worse than remember when the B team had the markers on the shirts when they were selling it as merch.
Yeah,
It's terrible, yo.
man. Because I saw them, I was like, "Where's y'all merch?" Because it should be NWO has something, DX
Right.
has something, the Bloodline has something, the Heart Foundation has something, Nation of Dominate. Like, everybody had some kind of where you
Merch.
can recognize. See, imagine me coming back
Right.
to AEW and watching this, as a casual fan who wants to grow and watch the product more.
Right.
So I'm looking at this with my eye, and I'm like, are they stable? Like, what's going on with these
Right.
guys? I
You don't
can't
know.
tell.
They're just like a bunch of misfits keep interfering in people's matches,
Yeah,
jumping out the crowd, walking around with a briefcase. You're the world heavyweight champion supposedly.
Wait, who?
And you don't showcase your title? I don't get what you're trying to do with the title inside the case.
Wait, he's the champion?
John Moxley, aka
He is?
Yeah.
He don't have the I don't see him with the title.
You can't even see
this
fan,
is my
right?
honest reaction.
Like you just said, you're a casual fan. You want to see who the champion is. You don't know who the champion is because he walks around with the goddamn the briefcase, the belt inside the briefcase.
Why?
I don't know where the story is going. It's been so weird since the inception, but it's kind of played. To me, it's worse than Judgment Day. I think Judgment Day has more juice than them.
They do. See, audience, this is my natural reaction to this. I've been watching the product for the past 3 or 4 weeks, and
right.
I haven't seen them with the title. Like, I kept thinking, who got the world title? Like, who is it vacant?
Nope.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
Dean Ambrose, aka John Moxley. Well, John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose, has the title hostage inside the briefcase that Marina Shafir is walking around. I don't get this story at all. I don't get them. They're not cool. They're not good. It's terrible.
It gives like a vibe of regular guy. Yeah. Dean Ambrose, even when Dean Ambrose, he gives a vibe of a regular guy.
He's a regular guy. He's average. To me, he's average.
he's average with jeans. I'm like, yo.
He's average, yo.
Dang, man.
You know what I'm saying?
See? Come on, y'all. I got faith in y'all. Come on.
Get this together, look, listen. Please. I have faith in him too.
Yeah.
If I was to write that story, I will have. First of all, they did it. They teased it a little bit. I will have Wheeler Yuta turn on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Have Wheeler Yuta, come out, challenge him for the belt. He goes and, just you got to do something else with this story. It's so dry right now. It's like watching paint dry on the wall to me.
Yeah.
And I don't want none of our AEW fans who, if you are a fan, you're listening, and we're not shitting on AEW.
Not at all.
We're not shitting on them. We just saying
not at all.
It's confusing to the casual fan who wants to learn more about AEW. Like Coop said, if I'm watching this and I don't know who the champion is, how can I invest my time or invest in the program? Right or wrong?
Right.
So Yeah, they need to do something with that. I mean, hopefully Cope Cope can take the belt from him, aka formerly known as Edge.
I don't like calling him Cope, but like
I
saying
can't
Coop.
call him Cope, man.
Saying Coop.
It's like Cope almost. Cope. I can't do it, yo.
I don't like the Cope.
Yeah, the Cope. That sounds weird. That sounds weird. He could have just kept Adam Copeland. I would have been happy with that, but he just called him Cope now. I can't.
Because for me, because I feel like they brawl like every episode.
Every episode is interference.
Every episode they brawl like Itchy and Scratchy every episode. So it's like
every episode.
I don't like they fight in the crowd. They hit each other with chairs. They fight backstage. It's no reason. Now I'm gonna say it's no reason, but it's no build up for excitement for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they're fighting again. Oh, okay. You know,
it reminds me of maybe like 99 to 2000, maybe 99, 2000 NWO storylines. Just always constant brawling. Constant brawling.
So yeah. Ooh. Careful, y'all.
Right, careful. Very careful.
That's dangerous waters.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's what Bret Hart came over there and they didn't want to do with him. So
right.
Careful. Yeah.
Reminds me, look, Canadian came over from the other company. Edge came over to the other company. It's slowly declining. Not saying that Edge is Edge fault.
Yeah.
But
and we're not crapping. We're not crapping on the product.
Not crapping on
about wrestling. It's SmackDown did the same thing. We'll say the same thing about SmackDown. We just said it's too.
I'll be the first to tell you about. So I'll be the first to tell you about WWE because I'll tell you, that Triple H before he took over, I was so pissed at the way Vince was directing and heading. You know, I was like, what the hell's going on? Because I'm like, I'm tired of seeing the same thing over and over. Yeah. Like, don't play with my intelligence.
Agree.
We grew up 80s. 90s. We know these gimmick wrestlers, and we're not stupid.
No,
come on, man,
not at all.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, AEW. It was a good show. Now, I do apologize. What I'm saying, we can go deeper into AEW if you guys want to, but really, it wasn't a good show for me to even really get into. I would say the main event. I think Edge was the Edge and what was the main? See, that's how bad it was. I didn't write it. Hold up, I gotta see what my main event was.
Was it Swerve? And
not Swerve. God, what was it?
I did see that.
I did see the Swerve thing when Prince Nana in the ring. That was pretty cool. He had to remind Swerve who he was. I like Swerve. Trust me, Swerve. They should have kept the belt on Swerve. I'm telling you.
I do remember Swerve having the title. I do remember that, and that was exciting. I just don't like who he's feuding with right now currently.
Yep.
I like Swerve as the champion. Like I wish they would have kept him the belt longer. Just to give him that, because it's a fresh new face. Because you're not relying on the stars from WWE. You know what I'm saying? They need your talent who's already there, like established. To give him the belt. Give him the belt again. Like Give him
so the main event of that show was Takeshita versus Cassidy for the international.
Okay.
The international championship. Was it? Yeah, international championship used to be called the Con. They changed the name of it. See, that's another thing too. They changed the name of the belt within 1 year. So I promise you, if we get into it next week and AEW is a better show, I will put out a better review for AEW
now. That's solid.
I can't really. I'm gonna be honest with you, and we're not going to sugarcoat nothing on this program.
Not at all. No.
AEW was not good this week, in my opinion. Was not good.
Agreed.
They had some okay moments, but wasn't good. But hey, man.
Yeah.
We might get some flack for this. You know how the haters are in the comments. If they
we with it.
WWE loyalists.
You guys are biased. No, we're not.
You want to come on the show and we can talk like civilized men, women.
Respectfully, yeah.
Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? We can talk, you know what I'm saying? Have a conversation. Converse.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say just for tonight, it wasn't a good show to review. But anyway, going on to let's get to the news. Ready for the news? Cool.
Let's do it.
All right. So we're gonna start off with this guy right here. Vince McMahon. Rumor has it that Vince McMahon was trying to, or maybe will be starting a new promotion on Fox. They said that Fox has debunked that information and
Oh,
saying that it's not true. And Vince was basically what I'm hearing is that Vince was fielding offers to do another type show or program, be an executive producer, but it wasn't about wrestling. How do you feel about that? You think he should start another promotion, Coop?
no. Um,
He said it quick. No.
I'm gonna be flat out. I say this as a wrestling fan who since the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s also, and now.
Right.
I feel like when Vince's last run was, his last run was terrible, and I do feel like
Yes.
his style was getting out of touch. That's how I
Way
feel.
out of touch.
Way out of touch. It was a point, and I'm not gonna lie, just how we said something about AEW, I'm gonna say something about WWE. It was a point where it was a chore to watch wrestling.
Right.
And it was a chore to watch Monday Night Raw because it was so goddamn boring. It was a chore to watch SmackDown because the stories wasn't great. You
True.
know, the guys who were getting pushed is not the guys we want to see. You know what I'm saying? The tag team, well, the tag team still needs work. So that's a whole nother story.
Right.
But I feel like Vince lost touch as he got older. I would say for me, it kind of got bad in like 20, I feel like 2019, 2018, 2017. Those were some rough years for me as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of people, I'm gonna be totally honest. So, the Cena era, right? So when Rock and Austin all them left, right?
Right.
I remember going on YouTube and saying nothing about how bad wrestling sucks. Now that we got away from the era, I say this is a classic. This is a classic. There was a point in time where that was a rough area too, because we were so used to the Attitude Era, and that was a hard era to transition from. Because we got spoiled by having Rock and Austin at the same
Right.
time.
It's like 1A and 1B.
Yeah. So with my long ass answer, I would say no because he's out of touch. Attitude Era was great. I'm talking about the man himself. I'm not talking about the stuff he's done.
Right.
You know. Stay away from that, right? That's
Right.
crazy. But I feel like it will be a bad move for Vince to even start a company. I feel like his time has passed. As far as running wrestling, as far as running the organization, I feel like he needs to step aside and just enjoy his retirement. Respectfully.
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
he's damn near 80 years old. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I can't get behind you.
I
That's
can't.
just like
Yeah.
Washington. You got too many old heads in charge, man. You know, we need fresh
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah. That's all.
I'm good with that, Vince. Go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm good on that.
You can pack his ass up. That's what we're gonna do. Pack him up. Get him up out of here.
Tonight's Pack 'em Up with the Night is brought to you by Commander Line Podcast. Pack them up for the night.
Right.
Send them off. Yeah.
Absolutely, yo. So our next story coming up is this guy, Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, my guy. But word going around on the street, well, it's not really word, it's actually filed in court, is that Dolph Ziggler's brother, Ryan Nemeth, is suing CM Punk and Tony Khan, AEW, for guess maybe blackballing him. Okay, so what I'm reading, and you know what I'm saying, quote me if I'm wrong, audience, if you see it, but CM Punk was granted a second show on
Collision,
on AEW
right?
program Collision was made for CM Punk.
Right.
Ryan Nemeth, excuse me, Nick is Dolph Ziggler, but Ryan Nemeth basically said made a tweet or something on X or Twitter, and he said that softest man in the world to CM Punk. This is how it all started. CM Punk said, listen, and I'm paraphrasing, this is not the time to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? A little fresh off the All Out or All In. You know that one that he had All In, I think the scuffle that they had.
Yeah.
And it was just still fresh. You know what I'm saying? The roster was just being divided. So I think CM Punk told, if I'm not mistaken, Pat Buck, one of the producers, told him don't show up. Ryan felt like CM Punk attacked him. You know what I'm saying? He said that witnesses saw CM Punk attack him, whatever. And he's blaming Tony Khan for unsafe workplace. He's suing him for that. It's just some bitch shit. You know, nobody's looking for you, sir.
No.
We don't care. Only Nemeth that we care about is Dolph Ziggler. No, I'm not disrespecting you because you were his brother, but That's crazy, man. Like you're a grown man. You're a grown man, and you're complaining that somebody's blackballing you and nobody's looking for you. Nobody's looking for you, sir.
No one's looking for you.
We don't care. You
Mm-mm.
don't. You don't. You're not a draw. You know. You don't draw money. Nobody knows who you are, and we didn't know who you are until everybody was announced that you are Dolph Ziggler's brother. Sir, we don't give a crap. I'm not going to keep hurting because this is a family show. We don't care. We do not care about you, sir. It's okay. Punk and Khan will beat this. I am positive on that. I don't think he has enough money to go against that machine because Khan is a billionaire.
Yeah, this is
Punk
a waste.
has more money. He's not going to win that. So whatever, dude.
This some Punk stuff. This is a waste. No.
Yeah, you can do all that, but
move on, bro.
Crazy, man. We don't care. Now here's another one we're going to go into. Let's take this. No, we're going to remove him. My Pam's still getting used to it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all good.
All right. So the next story we got coming up is Mommy Rhea Ripley. Okay, so have you heard about this story, Coop?
It was, correct me if I'm wrong.
Because
I saw it briefly. It was something that happened a couple of weeks ago, I think, or a couple of days ago.
Yeah, like around Valentine's Day.
That's what it was. And fans kept, it was, I don't know if it was fans or just one fan in particular kept coming to our house. Fan.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it. All right, so Rhea shares a creepy story about a female coming to her residence and standing in front of her door and looking like she was on the movie Smile. Like she kept just standing there smiling in the camera, bringing fan mail to her house, which is creepy. She stated, and this is a quote from her. Rhea states that it's not okay to send mail to her home or to my home or deliver it to her home in person. She said, the chick, this is another quote that she said, the chick was just standing there smiling like she was on the movie Smile. And I was like, oh no. So here's where I'm going to put my 2 cents in this.
Me too.
Okay. You guys take this too far. You know, I understand your admiration and stuff for these wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? That you're fans. This word, part of the fan, is short for fanatic. But damn it, please keep it to a reasonable fandom. Let's just put it like that. Because showing up at somebody's house and you're just standing there in the camera and you smiling like a creep. Like, what do you get out of that?
That's sick.
What do you get out of that?
That is sick.
Like, I don't understand the dynamic of you going to somebody's house and delivering mail in person. You know, to somebody's home. And first of all, she's not even there. Thank God. I mean, you heard the stories about Sonya Deville a couple years ago when the guy tried to kidnap her. I mean, that's creepy, man.
She just got over that last year because she took a break from wrestling because of that.
Yeah. And it's not like she might be home by herself because her husband works for a whole totally different company. They might not be at home together. And what if she was at home by herself? You know what I'm saying? And you showing up at her house. Come on, man. Y'all need to get a life, man. And there was probably some old bald-headed fat. I can't, you know what, Coop? I can't go there because I got to restrain myself times. But I'm about to say a bald-headed fat woman, but I was going to say worse than that. But
yeah. I feel you.
It just boils my blood because I'm like, you're okay. So I'm gonna let you take it, man, because I got a little bit more to say. But I'll let you go ahead. Put your 2 cents in it, man.
People, wrestling fans of any company, WWE, WWF, WCW, AEW, all the acronyms in the world, famous people, rappers, whatever you like to do. It's one thing to be a fan of somebody and like their work, cool, whatever. And it's one thing to like a wrestler for their ring work, whatever, or maybe you might like how they look, maybe you got a crush on them, whatever it is. But it's one thing to remember these people are people. These people have lives.
Absolutely.
These people, yes, they wrestle. Yes, they entertain us. But at the same time, they deserve to live their life how they want to. At the same time, how would you feel if somebody walked up on your house looking at in the goddamn ring camera, sitting there smiling?
That's crazy.
But you also got to remember, they have the right to defend themselves.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Be mindful of that.
Hit you in the damn head, then.
Come on, people. We can't do
this. You don't know if Rhea got that piece, you know what I'm saying, at home?
Yeah, like
well, I think she's I don't know if she still lives in Australia. See, that's the thing. They didn't say where it was.
She didn't say where, yeah.
Because I don't want a lot of people get a hold of that, like, oh, she lives in the States, so we can find, or even if she lives in Australia. But
It's
that's just
disgusting.
crazy because
It's
like I said, her
disgusting.
husband is on the road.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, especially for him too. Like as a man, like you don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can't.
not at all. Like
No. Nah. So somebody had to die.
Yeah, when it comes,
Somebody got to die. Plain and simple.
As two married men up here, we already know what some comes to the wives. Yeah, somebody got to go.
It ain't nobody playing around. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Nah,
ain't got time to be explaining nothing. Come on,
even family.
Come on, people.
Nah.
Come on, people. We got to do better than this.
It's crazy,
Come
man.
on, y'all.
I mean, just imagine the creeps that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's some sweaty Cheetos eating still in your mom's basement.
I can imagine the crap they deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah, man, it's creepy, man.
And imagine, like,
man, I've heard some stories about some creepy.
I have too. There are some
in the wrestling world. I mean, all over. Like even like right now, they got public like some of the NFL stars and NBA stars getting their houses broken into. Yeah, man, let me tell you, man, it's just creepy times, man. Creepy times.
It's sickening, yo.
All right, so moving right along, Rhea, man, we're praying for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hope you're safe.
Safety, you know what I'm saying? Like sending prayers for your safety. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to joke around with. But
not at all.
Going to the next topic, we have. Let me go ahead and do Jade. We got Jade Cargill. All right. Rumor has it that she's wrapping up at the Performance Center, or if not, she's already wrapped up at the Performance Center, and she's headed to either SmackDown this Friday. That's what it is. Spoiler alert! For well, ain't no spoiler now. I already said it. So she might be. That's probably why they lost the titles this Monday.
That makes sense. The story. Yes, that makes sense.
What you think about that, Coop?
But I think you and I predicted this. Take the belts off them. Get a chance to them to really focus on their story. So it's really going to be interesting. I'm trying to think what makes sense storyline wise. Like, who would they choose? Like, do you go Bianca Belair, make her a heel, or do you give Naomi the shot just to give her a different spotlight? Or do you go both of them? So I hope it's a good reveal in some way that makes sense. Kind of a shocking, But what if it's I don't want to say it's a twist, but I don't know what direction they're gonna go in. So y'all done gave me a reason to watch SmackDown tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it anyway, of course.
Oh yeah, we got to review.
We're gonna watch it anyway. We're gonna review it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna watch it anyway. Because we're gonna review it. But it's not the added excitement. Put it that way. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna tell the story out. You know what I'm saying? How they're gonna put this together. I don't know how they're gonna do it, and that's the best part about it. So it's like, as a fan, you get to sit back and watch and see how this is going to come together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, like we said, going back a couple episodes when we talked about it, I think we talked about it was episode 8, maybe episode 8 or episode. I can't even say episode 8 or episode 9.
Yeah.
Episode. We talked about it. It was like, what direction is this going to go into? There's still the possibility that Bianca could be behind all this. It could be the possibility they might go with Naomi. We don't know. Because just like The Rock said, and The Rock said this in a tweet, I'm saying, probably a couple of days ago, he said he's here to shake things up and disturb WWE. So we don't know. We don't know.
Man.
In my opinion, you can't really say Bianca because she was in the ring fighting when the incident happened. I don't think unless they said Bianca put the hit on her.
GTV.
Yeah. Right. But then Naomi makes more sense because the way she's acting right now, she's quick to, this person did it. Or, she has that, that guilty vibe about her, basically.
Storyline wise, it makes, now that I think about it, storyline wise, it makes sense for it to be Naomi because Naomi doesn't have that spotlight that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill has.
Right.
So it makes sense for her to be jealous of both of them. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for her to be jealous of her having that spot and she doesn't. It makes sense for her to feel overshadowed when Jay just came into the company and you just feel like you don't even belong in there. So if they book it like this, the whole jealousy vibe, it can go a long way. A lot of heel turns happen off someone being jealous. They've done this several times. The sibling is jealous of their own tag team partner. So they could go the whole jealousy route. They could go that route, and it's the way you build Naomi up, and it's the way that you make your women's division more exciting.
Yeah.
I don't have Monster Hill. It's just Nia Jax. That's it. So this is the way to get you a mega heel, get her some mega heat. So this could be a potential thing that they do. Like, so I'm excited to see where it's going to go. So
right,
that's going to be interesting to see where it's going to go.
Right. Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens in WWE, man. Like I said, so I'll never know what's going to happen. It's WrestleMania season. They all discombobulated right now at this point, but we'll see how it plays out. Next up, this is what I want to talk about earlier when we were talking about AEW, because this really pissed me off yesterday. As a fan of the show, do not play with my damn intelligence, okay? Here we go right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot get a clear picture, but you know what he's doing right now. He's blading. I think AEW is really trying to censor this on the internet, because whenever I try to find a clip of him doing it, or a still frame, it kept saying it wouldn't let me download the photo, but I did get this one right. But anyway, Christopher Daniels, you have lost your damn mind, man. I won't even. You know what? I'm not even gonna blame you, Christopher Daniels. I'm gonna blame Tony Khan and his production crew. The cameraman couldn't get this right.
Did you see the camera? The EMTs, they was all in the way at first. So they moved to the side.
Right. It was terrible. Oh my god.
and then he said, "Y'all get over here." And then I'm like, hey, what?
I had to watch that back. Me and my wife sitting down there like, are they serious? We looked at them like we was just like, our jaw dropped. Like, are you serious right now at this moment?
Did you see the part where Hangman came? He's walking backstage, and I don't know if he threw something and to the side or something happened. It's on there now, and the guy behind was like, "Ouch!"
Right, yo, that's crazy.
I was like, how is this happening?
I blame his production crew. They didn't have no timing. Who was the producer who produced that segment?
Yeah,
they need to be fired immediately. That was terrible. And I think Christopher Daniels, if you go back and watch him as he's doing it, and I think he said, "Damn it!" Like he messed up. Like he caught himself. Like, man, like he messed up. Like they got him. Yeah. I was like, yo, you gotta be the goofy of the week, man. Matter of fact, you're the goofy of the month, yo.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, goofy of the month.
You get the first goofy award.
Goofy.
I said this man like a damn TV movie, yo. I was like, what the hell?
I couldn't believe when I saw that, man. That'd be the worst botch I've seen so far this year.
Dang,
that's that might be the worst botch I saw in a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Terrible.
It is.
Or as my Spanish folk like to say, terrible.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage. That was garbage.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels, man. Look, I don't know if you could ever recover from this. I want to show my face on AEW TV for like a couple months. Let this go away for a little bit.
I go home for a minute.
Yeah, that was terrible, man. Write you off TV for a little bit.
And whoever the crew, come on, man.
The acting crew that was back there.
Yeah, they
need to go back to Juilliard. Y'all need to go back to wherever you get your acting degrees from.
Oh man, come on.
Your training.
Come on,
yo. Square one, because that was terrible, my friends.
It was funny to watch. Like I kept replaying it. You know? I actually got it on my TV now just to make sure, like, because I wanted to know.
Crazy.
Because I was wondering if they're gonna edit it out. They didn't edit it out.
What's the awards that WWE used to give out at the end? Was it the Slammies?
Yeah, Slammies.
But it was another award too that I think Pro Wrestling Illustrated used to give out.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
Like the worst, something like.
Yeah.
Was it Pro Wrestling Illustrated? It was one. Anyway, they're like the worst moments in wrestling, but
we're gonna do
that would be the worst moment of all time.
We're gonna do
one of the worst moments of all time.
We're gonna do our end of year awards.
That's damn near up there with Shockmaster.
Ooh, damn. Oh gosh.
You remember when Shockmaster fell through the wall? I think it was Sid. I think Sid said, "I don't give a damn who you are."
His little mask off his head. He's like stood up. He's like, you put it back on.
Stormtrooper helmet on. Yeah, that was crazy.
Anybody watch that? Google that. You'll laugh. You need to laugh for your Friday.
Google I forgot who it was. I know it was, if I'm not mistaken, who was in that on the other side of the wall. I think it was Sid. Was it Flair?
I think it was Flair, and I think that whoever's looking at Shockmaster was trying to still trying to play up the character,
right?
Because they were still trying to be serious. See, I couldn't have done that.
Bulldog was British Bulldog right there too. Matter of fact, yo, bear with me. I gotta look at this, yo.
Hey, yo, I'm actually googling too. Hey,
I don't look, guys. Look, sometimes we gotta do a audible, and this is one of the audible moments because I gotta see this because it's been so long since I saw that clip. Shockmaster.
I was like, yo, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was Sid. It was Sid.
It was Psycho Sid.
It was Sid, yo. I wish I could play that video and show you guys. I'm gonna learn how to do that, guys, and we're gonna start doing videos.
Yeah, we're gonna start playing video like right there in the middle, like right there, so y'all can see that
in the corner for you guys to see.
Sweet. We gave y'all some homework. Like go back and watch that. It's on YouTube.
God, look, listen. It was Harlem Heat. It was Booker T and Stevie Ray, Psycho Sid or Sid Justice, Ric Flair, Colonel Rob Parker.
What was all that?
King and Bulldog.
Damn,
I can't remember.
I hear Sid in the background.
Man, the Shockmaster coming out right now. Man, he felt Sid carried that whole segment, yo. He saved that whole segment. He said, "Who are you?"
Yo. Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild, yo.
That's crazy, yo. Like,
but anyway, that's how we do, folks, man. We look, sometimes we call audibles, man. We sometimes,
that's a great.
Have fun while we on here, so we just be real, being real with y'all. We ain't no
being
robot.
Being honest.
We do our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, go find somewhere else. I was just playing. You stay with us.
You got two words for you. Get out.
All right, so now, this is, to me, I don't know. It's breaking news to me because I didn't even know about this. My wife told me about this right before we had got on. So I said, okay, well, let me add the graphic for it. So, Roadblock.
Oh, no.
Julia versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Dang, man.
I heard breaking news that Julia is suffering with an injury.
Yeah.
And this is a spoiler, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't want to hear it, please turn right now. But if you do, you don't mind, stay on. I heard that Julia is supposed to drop the title to Stephanie Vaquer due to injury. And the reason why they're going to drop it on Stephanie, in my opinion, is because Stephanie is the hottest thing right now in the company. As far as, in NXT, and there's no reason why you having a tournament. You probably just have her drop the belt to Julia, drop the belt to her, let Julia rest up for a couple months or however long the injury takes, come back, and then they can challenge and go for it again. But I like this idea, but and I don't like this idea. I would like to see like a different, like a tournament, maybe. I think WWE do a lot of tournaments, but
they have done that in the past,
number one contender. And then have the number one contender go challenge. No, Julia drops the title, having a battle royal from number one contender for the title to face Stephanie. Since Stephanie is already the North American champion, she's automatically in the picture.
Right.
And have that person fight Stephanie for the vacant WWE NXT Women's Championship. So, what do you think about that, Coop?
Before we got on the show, it's some reason like every week before we get on Thursdays and Wednesdays, there's always a breaking news that kind of alter our show a little bit,
right?
But this is one of them. Before I got the news, I was excited to see them go in the ring.
Really
I was excited. So at first I thought like, are they going to vacate the title and just have it for a couple of weeks? Because I don't know the severity of her injury, but they could do a tournament, they could come back, or they can't just scrap the match,
Right.
So they're gonna do something. So I hope they do a tournament or something like that, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
At this point, I don't think it's gonna happen because it's so late in the game. I think they just go ahead with maybe the match. Just go ahead with it and
just go ahead, put her over.
Put her over.
So you can put her over. And then when she comes back for the title and challenges again, when she comes back like fully recovered, so there's a potential of a good story behind this if they do it like that.
Right.
So that's one thing that they can do. Like they can do it like that,
But I don't even see how you can't put her over because she's already over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true. True.
In my opinion, she might be the best damn women, the hottest women wrestler right now going in WWE. Period. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? She got a lot of popularity behind her. I won't say popular period because I got to take that back because you still got Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. But far as
ain't nobody hotter than Rhea Ripley right now.
far as under Rhea, be her. Yeah.
Under Rhea be her right now, and
Yeah.
no knock to any of the female talent that's on the main roster, but Stephanie
Yeah.
she's growing fast. Like you gotta watch out. And I would
Yeah.
like to see Stephanie versus Rhea one time.
Ooh.
That'd be a good match. Yep. And that's another thing. Let's touch on it.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan, she was in AEW. She wrestled for AEW like 4 matches.
Really?
4 matches. She came over with the I think it was CMLL if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-huh.
Stephanie was on. Go look up her AEW clips.
Okay.
She was
Okay.
on there. She was killing it. They didn't know what to do with her.
Damn.
How do you not know? Not what? I don't understand.
Yeah. They don't have. Yeah. Oh wow. They must want to have like a team of like
They
solid
don't have right. They
writers
don't have
or
good writing.
something.
They don't have a good staff.
Because
Story.
WWE
They don't
has
have a
like
good.
a team of writers and staff for
Yeah,
each
they
show
don't
and
have a
all
good
that.
staff.
Really.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Damn.
It's just to me, it's like a whole bunch of inmates running the asylum. Like it's just like WCW. The
Yeah.
wrestlers in it for themselves, and they they're writing their own stories and presenting to Tony. He'd go with it because they're buddy
Yeah.
buddies and stuff like that. And you can't be a buddy buddy with a wrestler. You got to be. One thing I would say about Vince, even though Vince had some lame ass ideas,
Yeah.
Vince had kept the structure too. There wasn't
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
kept the structure. So you got to give Vince props for that.
I actually heard this said before on the Jim Cornette podcast. He said the exact same thing about Tony Khan. He's too busy being their buddy and like he's afraid to
Right?
like
Too busy being a
to
buddy,
do
man.
certain things. So it's not the first time that people have been saying this on a lot of different wrestling podcasts. So it's not this
Right.
this is legit, So the proof is like right there in front of you.
Yeah.
So
And it's just like,
yeah,
okay, so you had Cody Rhodes, and we was talking, go back to my wife, usually because that's my wrestling buddy. We watch wrestling together. But she pointed out too, she's like, hey, you ever thought that like Cody was the same character, the same at AEW, he didn't get over, and he gets to WWE, he explodes.
yeah,
I said, yeah, he's the same gimmick, same everything. I think it's not. I think people wanted to see Cody. People was like the nostalgia of having Cody back in WWE was actually put him over the top because they knew he was coming back. But I think that in AEW he kind of hindered himself because he kept himself away from the main title picture.
yeah.
But he still wasn't getting over when he had the TNT title. I just don't understand the audience. So anyway, man, I don't know what to say about AEW at this point.
Dang,
Lost cause, man.
dang.
They can still redeem themselves, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. They have a chance to. So I hope they take that route.
Yeah. All right, Coop, man. So I think that wraps up all the news, man. Anything you want to say before we skedaddle up on out of here?
No,
we got tomorrow.
Yeah,
No, we got Saturday morning, right? We doing
Saturday morning. Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, look out for the.
Yeah. So we got SmackDown and we got another top 10
birthday Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's my birthday, I'm still gonna be on. Me and Coop are still gonna throw that show, and we're gonna. I think that's gonna be a good show, though.
I'm ready for this one. I'm excited. This is gonna be a solid show. This is gonna be fun to watch. Like this is gonna be. I might need two notepads for this show. Like
right.
This
I'm
is
really
gonna be solid.
Looking forward to Elimination Chamber. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be reviewing that. We are going to keep you in the loop. Any other breaking news? Any other breaking news that we have, we'll get it to you as quickly as possible. Follow our pages, like and subscribe. Continue to show support. I just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching. And Coop, go ahead, take it away, man.
Once again, we thank y'all for your support. Thank y'all for support with the visual podcast, also the audio podcast, which is doing tremendous numbers, by the way. We are officially on Spotify. Congratulations to us. Yep. And then we appreciate y'all support. With YouTube, it's going well. Facebook posts, Instagram posts, everything. Just my friends are saying positive things about the podcast. So his friends saying the exact same thing. And guys, we like feedback.
Right.
Any kind of feedback, we like it. Whatever it's like, hey, try
Right.
this, like, oh, whatever. We like feedback. We like
Love
feedback. We like
feedback.
your ideas. If y'all got a question or something like that that y'all want to hear on the podcast, or y'all got something that y'all want to say, email us. All right.
Email us and
DM
look,
us. Yes.
if you want to get on, we got the space to put you on. If you want to come in and you want to talk wrestling with us, if you want to do a guest spot, of course we will screen you because we don't know crazy ass people on here.
Oh no, we ain't got
Because
nobody.
we will screen you. You know what I'm saying? We will screen you. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey,
Yes,
man, you know what I'm
legit.
saying? We'll run the rules down to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep it respectful as we debate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
look, man, we'd love to have somebody on. You know what I'm saying? We'll pick a random audience member, you know what I'm saying? Maybe once every 2 weeks or once a month, you know, never know. But keep a lookout for it, man. We just want to thank y'all. We love you guys, man. All the Gold Podcasts. We are out.
Peace.
Peace.